Daniel and Rose thought their childhood love was strong enough to survive anything, but life had other plans. Poverty, pride, and silence pushed them apart until even the home they built felt like a stranger's house. When Daniel finally found a way to fight back against the weight of failure, he returned with hope in his hands, only to meet a silence heavier than hunger. In that moment, love and heartbreak clashed in a way neither of them could escape. The question is, can a bond born under a mango tree survive the storms of adulthood? Daniel and Rose grew up in the same street. They played under the mango tree, chased butterflies, and promised each other that no matter what, they would always stay together. When they were still young, before most people even thought about marriage, they decided to marry. Everyone said they were too young, but their hearts were strong, and they believed love would carry them through. For a while it felt like a dream. They laughed together, held hands in the market, and whispered secrets at night. But dreams are easy when you are young. Real life waits in the shadows, and soon it began to test them in ways they never imagined. Rose woke up one morning and found Daniel sitting outside, staring at the empty food basket. Work was hard to find, and the little money he brought home was never enough. Rose tried to smile and said they would manage, but her eyes were heavy with worry. At night, Daniel could hear her crying softly when she thought he was asleep. Pride would not let him admit that he was failing, but silence grew between them like a wall. Their love was still there, but hunger and frustration pressed against it, scratching at the edges. Rose began to wonder if love was enough to fill an empty plate. One day, Daniel borrowed money from a man in the village who was known for his sharp tongue and unforgiving heart. "I will pay you back," Daniel promised. But days turned into weeks and work did not come. Rose begged him to tell her the truth, but Daniel kept it inside, ashamed. The man came to their home and shouted so loud that neighbors gathered. He pointed at Rose and said, "If your husband cannot pay, then you will suffer too." Rose felt her heart tear. She wanted to defend Daniel, but she also felt anger burn inside her. Love was not supposed to feel like this. That night, when Daniel reached for her hand, she turned away. For the first time, the warmth between them began to fade. Rose decided to go to the town nearby to look for work. She wanted to help, but she also wanted to escape the shame. Daniel felt betrayed. "You think I cannot provide for you?" he shouted. Rose's eyes filled with tears, but she did not answer. In the town, she worked hard, cleaning houses and selling fruits. People admired her strength, and for a moment she felt alive again. But each time she lay down at night, her heart ached for Daniel. She missed his laughter, the way he held her hand when they were children. Yet pride kept her from going back. And Daniel, sitting alone in the empty house, felt his heart breaking. He wanted to run to her, but he feared she no longer loved him. Weeks turned into months. Daniel finally found work in a farm far away. He worked under the sun, his hands bleeding, his body tired, but in his heart, he held on to one thought: Rose. One evening, after being paid for the first time, he carried a small bag of food and a cloth he bought for her. He walked for hours back to the village, his legs trembling but his heart full of hope. When he reached home, the house was dark. He pushed open the door, calling her name, but no answer came. The silence was heavy. On the table there was a folded note. His hands shook as he opened it. The words were simple but cut deep. Asterisk, "I still love you, but I cannot keep drowning. Forgive me." Asterisk. Daniel sank to the floor, the food spilling beside him. His chest hurt as if the world had crushed it. He closed his eyes and saw the little children they once were, laughing under the mango tree. The memory stabbed him like a knife. Love had not died, but life had pulled it apart. And in the stillness of that night, Daniel whispered her name, not knowing if he would ever hear her voice again.